How's it all you prospective viewers of the Lion King movie? What's the significance of the Lion King movie? Well, it's an amazing story, but for us as conservationists, it's a time to reflect and to think about what we're going to do going forward. It's clear that African lions continue to decline, and we estimate that the populations of lions have declined by about 50% across the African continent since the last movie was released. So, did the movie create a passion and a drive and an interest for saving lions? Well, perhaps not, but it certainly created some awareness and some interest. And with the release of the new movie, we need to take this and we actually need to make this sort of a defining movement or moment and move things forward a bit, shift the dial. How are we going to do that? Well, I think the messaging needs to be improved. So first of all, we need to define for society what the problem is. The global problem is that lions are declining at a very dramatic rate, especially in parts of their range. And they have a suite of threats, which I think most people are probably pretty familiar with. Things like bushmeat poaching, human-wildlife conflict, poor policy decisions, etc. But what are we going to do about it? Well, step number one is we have to stop the loss. And this is where my organization, Panthera, is particularly active. We work in projects to stop bushmeat poaching. We try and mitigate human-wildlife conflicts. We try and retain corridors where lions can move through. So that's step number one, stopping the loss and finding the financial resources and sort of energy and will of governments to do that. The second, and as we see, almost as important step is unlocking the value. Lions have tremendous societal, cultural, and economic value in humanity. And I don't think that generally the potential and the sort of that understanding and appreciating and utilizing the value of lions to the full extent is really very prevalent in most African areas. Most rural people, when you question them, they love lions, but they don't want the lions to cost them their livelihoods or even human life. So we have to address those challenges in the stop the loss approach and then unlock the value to society by showing people and tangibly showing examples of how they can benefit by coexisting and living alongside lions. And then phase number three is to create their appreciation, their tolerance, the awareness that lions are important, and that will ultimately sort of change human behavior. So what I would imagine we're going to see, and what we're hoping to see around the release of the movie, is Disney taking on this massive challenge of creating a communication platform, an awareness platform for the world at large as to what is happening with lions, what we need to do about it, how we unlock the value, and how we change societal awareness to appreciate and to change our behavior with respect to lions, so we don't kill them as unnecessarily as we so often do. Come and watch the movie, support initiatives, do anything you can to educate young people, anything you can to create opportunities for people in government to get familiar with lions and to learn to appreciate lions. There are so many things that we can do at the societal level. And let's start this evening with this wonderful movie and then think about what each of us can do to just create a shift, to create a movement towards appreciating, understanding and valuing lions. Thank you very much.